Good morning, Warren Peacock here. Today we can see that the Australian dollar is up 6 points over yesterday. Four of those are on the hourly chart, so the Australian dollar volatility does continue. The Canadian dollar's lost a point. The Swiss francs gained a point, making it the strongest currency this morning. The euro's lost a point down to 10, and we've got the pound on 4, so that's lost another point. The yen is the weakest now on a score of 3, and we see the US dollar showing serious signs of weakness. It's a couple of these daily charts that give it a score of 5 are starting to weaken. The overall scores here, we've got the Swiss franc as the strongest, we've got the yen as the weakest overall. The daily charts have three strong currencies. We've got the CAD, the Swiss franc, and the US dollar, and we've got the euro still the weakest on the dailies. The 4 hourly chart shows euro strongest, yen weakest, and then on the hourly, we've got the Australian dollar as the strongest currency with the pound as the weakest currency. I'm going to have a look at some of these charts. The Swiss franc to the Japanese yen, it's nicely up against that initial resistance level. If it breaks above that, there could be a short-term trade on. Whether the yen will continue to weaken, we'll have to wait and see. My feeling is that as long as they've got QE going and the Japanese government wants a weak yen, I think the yen shorts will be the current trade. The euro to the Swiss franc, we've got that trending down. Uh, it's got a lower high. Uh, this low needs to be broken before I'm going to confirm a lower move. It's not quite consolidating, still has the rounded top over there. So if you are short on it, you could put a stop on that swing high, and we'll just have to see how this one works out. If it does break that support level, then there's quite a bit of downside to come on that one. And remember that the Swiss have removed that floor against the euro, so there's certainly a potential for serious downside. The euro CAD also trending down, and if we just zoom out a little bit, we can see this is still quite a volatile pair even on the daily charts. So a little bit wary of trading this kind of chart, but if there's a trade on, you can surely take it. The euro yen, uh, the euro has strengthened quite a bit on these intraday time frames. So on the 4 hourly chart, it's broken above that little bull flag. So there is some upside potential. And if we zoom out, the serious resistance level would be in this area. So, once that breaks, there's quite a bit of upside to come on the euro against the yen. We'll just have to see whether the euro daily charts start to change. They are coming close to changing. And if they do, well, then we've got an uptrend in the euro. Whether that will be long-lived or not, I don't know just yet. They've also got QE running, which is generally weak for currencies. The pound to the Aussie dollar on the hourly chart, we can see that the pound did try and break support. If we put our little support level in over there, and it's come back and retested that level. So this certainly on the hourly chart looks like there is potential for a small trade, although it is quite heavily oversold. If this does prove to be a false break and the chart moves back above that support level, which is now resistance, then there's some upside potential. And if we zoom out a little bit, we can see that the next support level is pretty close to, there we go. So yeah, 1.903. If that level breaks, then obviously we've got serious downside to come. If we look on the daily chart here, if the pound really does start to lose ground or the Aussie dollar does strengthen dramatically, there's quite a bit of space for movement here. Thank you very much. I'll chat again tomorrow.